Well, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. So, on the outside looking in, or am I in the inside looking out? Did I say that right? Anyway, I'm outside looking in. Man, we got teased, you know, we had those few days of warm weather, and it has gotten really cold here, guys. Cold. It's cold right now. But at least the sun's out. All the raining pretty much happened at night, so I don't know why I didn't get on here sooner and read some more Greenwich. I guess I'm just feeling frustrated by how this thing keeps clicking off. You know, you get 20 minutes in and you notice that it's stopped itself and started itself again. It's crazy weirdness. I don't know what's going on. But normally I'm on the other side looking out instead of looking in. I did get some cleaning up done, guys. But it was so windy the other day. I mean, I not just the other day, but it's been so windy. You can't really do cleanup because it just blows. But I got the old marigolds out of there because I kept them in over the winter to help erosion, you know. And I cleaned up over here, and I planted a bunch of wildflower seeds. Some are perennial, some are annual. There and there, and I cleaned all that up. Oh, somebody drove over that. Can you believe that? See, that's why I hate this neighborhood. I mean, they literally drove over it. And that flower plant. I mean, how do you do that? How do you fucking do that? Fucking retards. And then I planted some more wildflower seed here. And it's a little breezy, but not like it was, guys. Not like it was. Oh, and the oregano's starting to come back, and the thyme over here. We have green growth on the thyme and on the oregano. Yep. I gave myself a unicorn haircut, and you know, I've chopped at my hair before, and it always ends in disaster. And when I seen this lady doing this, and hers turned out good, I thought, you know, I'm gonna try that. I'm not gonna try it again. So don't, ladies, gentlemen, don't try to cut your hair with the unicorn method, because you might just screw your hair up. But my hair has been so damaged by dare I say it, being microwaved, microManagewave. And no, it's just been too damn cold out to even do anything, and I actually just took the plastic off of all these guys this morning. I mean, they've been wrapped up. What the hell? Looks like something's already been eating away at this. Dealing with the outside bugs now. I just need to stop, you know. I enjoy doing this. This is what happens. calm yourself. Oh boy. So I actually, as you probably noticed, but I didn't say anything, I did get back to the sale before it ended, because that saved me a lot of money, guys, because I was gonna end up buying it eventually anyway. But normally these are, you know, almost $5 a bag, you know, depending on the brand. I mean, you can get some for like $4.86 a bag. Some of them are even almost $7 a bag. So it was 5 for $10. So I saved around $100, and that's a lot of savings. A lot of savings. However, that's just going to be for the flower beds and, you know, places where I don't put vegetables, because they didn't have any that wasn't colored. I don't know what they used to dye the wood, but I don't want it in anything that I'm eating, if you know what I mean. After the dye goes away, after a few years, I suppose it'd be okay, but and then they're having sales on plants, herbs. It was 5 for $10, and normally it's like $4 and some change for just one of these. So I was pretty excited about that. I got some chocolate mint and some more lemon balm. I already have some out there growing, and I got some already growing in here from the winter. But with the prices that they were, I had to get as much as I possibly could, and I got more over here. Because you can never have too many herbs. Oh, and I got this pineapple sage. It smells, oh, fat. It smells just like a pineapple. I've never heard of it before. Have you? Anyway, that's pretty unique. I got peppermint, more peppermint, some chives. I got some sweet marjoram, some more sage, lots and lots of mint, and more cilantro, because this week I actually should have taken a picture of it. I took a big clay pot. It was like this size here, and I decorated it with glass beads and shells. It turned out really pretty. Actually, the shells even come up, you know. It's gorgeous, and I filled it with cilantro for my neighbor and took it down to her, because they love cilantro, and all last summer they were coming up here asking if they could cut, which I don't mind. I just thought it'd be neat to give them some plants of their own. And then I gave her a brown envelope of cilantro seeds that I collected from the garden, so that once she starts cutting down on it and harvesting, she can plant some more seeds around in the pot. And I'm also gonna make her that's actually for inside. It's so pretty. I told her, you know, here's a grow light. You should keep this inside, and I will make you one for outside. And what I'm gonna do is take one of these boxes here, one of these black ones right here for her, and put a few different things in there for her. Things that actually come back that she can just leave out on her deck, and they'll come back each year. But I am going to throw a cilantro plant in there for her. But I planted 4 cilantro plants in that pot. So it looked really full. I mean, it was just gorgeous. The blue glass beads and the green glass beads really made the green cilantro pop. It looks very picturesque. Very picturesque. and I picked up yesterday when I got these great deals. Of course, you go in there and I saved hundreds of dollars, guys. But in my mind, I justified this purchase here, which, oh, look how big the fig leaves are getting. Isn't that beautiful? And I thought, you know, he really needs some companions. So I got a lemon tree, a baby lemon tree, and a baby lime tree. And of course these can't ever go in the ground here because it just gets way too cold in the winter. They would die. So I'll start, you know, putting them in bigger pots as they need to be transplanted, and keep them really well pruned so that they can always be brought in here in the winter and sit under the light. Because I moved my sunflowers over here, so I'll probably have them sitting, you know, on this side on the ground once they get too big. But it's starting to get flower buds on them everywhere. Little flower buds. Usually don't see these until, you know, summertime. So yeah, I had put some lemon seeds in a pot during the winter, but I just tossed them out when I tossed everything else out when the infestation got really big. And so it, you know, I've got some more, and I'm gonna have my hand at, because it's always more satisfying when you grow something from a seed than going to a store and buying it already, you know, sprouted. I mean, it's, you know, you still get to watch it grow and produce, but it's just not as satisfying to me as doing something from seed. I just get a lot more enjoyment out of that. Okay, so now we're on the inside looking out. Boo's out there barking at the wind and the air. He's a funny one. He's a funny one. But my Chevelle, how do you pronounce that? Cha or sha? Chevelle is really taken off, and I did this all by seed. I did all that. I mean, all this stuff in here was seed. It's just much more satisfying to me to do it by seed. And this is the beanpole runners that really need put outside by a trellis. They're starting to get past the bamboo skewers I put in there, but it's too cold. Oh, and look at all this seed that's just really taken out. That's how I know that it's somewhat under control, because otherwise this would all be dead. But they did get into the cilantro, and all those except for a few are gone because of them. But I did peroxide treatment, so they're dead again. I mean, it doesn't, what happens, I think, is a few eggs get away from the peroxide treatments, and then they, you know, hatch and become fungus flies. Well, first, they have 3 stages. They're larvae, like, you know, maggot-looking things, and then they turn into a worm-like looking thing. And that's when they go to town on their roots, I think. And then they turn into the fly, the black fungus fly. And I don't know why. So I'm going to try to read, and hopefully I won't get cut off. I think what I'm going to do, though, is have, instead of you looking at me, have you look at the plants. so I can see if it shuts off or not. Because I don't feel like reading for 15 minutes for not, if you know what I mean. But, oh, yeah, about the unicorn haircut. This is how much what you do is you pull your hair up into a ponytail, like into the front of your forehead, so it looks like a horn coming out. And then you put a rubber band where you want to cut it, and then you cut it. And this was the first hack. And that was a lot. And then when I took it out, it wasn't even. So I put it back up again, and I took this portion off. And I wish I wouldn't have went this far with it. Luckily, hair grows back, and mine grows back fast if I'm not being micromanaged. microManagewave blasting, and I have it for a while, and it's nice. Because it literally made me feel like I was dying. And I probably was, kind of, in a way. You're being blasted with microwaves. Yeah, you're dying. And my hair was dying bad. I mean, see how damaged. See how damaged that was? And I'll tell you, it does feel way, way healthier. It's just that I should have just waited and had someone help me. Like my daughter. Instead of doing this silly thing. But you know, it's not that bad, guys. I mean, if you're like somewhere totally alone and there is no one to help you, actually I probably would do it again if I needed a trim. But since I'm not gonna have the camera on me, I wanted to come to the mirror to show you my hair. If I can get it in. Can I get it in? Oh,